Is PR70, that's the condition at PCGS, West Point Mint Premier Label, which I've not seen. The Lincoln Sense at $89.95. This is something, I haven't seen the Premier Label. Right, well, it's our exclusive label, this Premier Label. We got the Lincoln Premier Label that you're gonna have right there, very cool, that we're going to have with this. Now, here's the key to this. The United States government decided to release some special Lincoln Cents this year. So they've been making the Lincoln Cent since 1909. Right. It remains today one of the most popularly collected coins and they made a trillion, literally over a trillion Lincoln Cents. Not a single solitary one of them until this year, have been with a West Point Mint mark. And these are the first two that you're gonna have right here. The only proof of the West Point Mint mark and the only reverse proof. Since 1909, never West Point? Never West Point Mint mark. And they only did them, they didn't release them into circulation. You can't buy them individually. To get this, you have to buy a proof set. To get this, you have to buy a silver proof set. That's gonna cost you more than $89.95. Okay, and then we had them certified in our Premier Label, the pair, the only two proof WMint Lincoln Cents ever done by the United States government. And I've got the pair exclusive to us here for only $89.95 for both coins for the pair. Now, I was doing a little research before the show, as I'm wont to do with that, and I talk about the Lincoln Cent is so incredibly popular. There's an argument to be made that the most popular modern American coin to collect is the 1909 SVDB Lincoln penny. That's the most popular. That's the most popular. That's the most popular cent made by the United States government, I think, because it was the first year of issue, and the San Francisco Mint made, I think it was 484,000 pieces with the designer's initials on it before they realized we don't really want his initials on there. We want to celebrate, you know, Abraham Lincoln. So they made him take it off. So it was only that first year, 484,000 pieces, and it's top grade. That's a coin that's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay. And it's very top grade. Both of these coins are rarer currently. Their mintage currently is less than the 1909 SVDB. You know, the next big coin is the 1914D. They made like 1.2 million. These coins are both significantly rarer than that 1914D because, like I said, they're not released into circulation. They're not individually available. They're only available as this bonus coins to buy the proof set or the silver proof set to be able to get that. The only proof and reverse proof Lincoln Cents ever made with a West Point or WMint mark on these coins. And like I said, certified Premier PCGS. We have the pair there for $89.95. The other thing that this does to me is it really emphasizes, people always ask me, what the heck is this reverse proof? Is it proof on the reverse? What's the deal? This is the perfect way to figure that out. This is a regular proof coin, like they've been making for 150 years. The field of the coin is like this mirror finish. The device of the coin, which is the, you know, the design of the coin in essence, is this matte finish that you're going to have right here. In reverse proof, they reverse those. The field of the coin is the matte finish, and the device of the coin is the shiny part. That's what they mean by it's reverse proofed, in essence, is ultimately what this comes down to. And so they're a proof image of each other is really what it comes down to. And that's why I put these two coins together. You can get the pair for only $89.95. Now, the problem is I'm extremely limited on quantity here. Can I ask you a question? If you've got reverse proof, isn't it the condition, isn't it harder to have like it be a higher condition because of that? Yes, simply because of the way the fields are matte finished here. It looks like there's lots of room for error. There is a lot of room for error. And that's why, I mean, you know, like this coin, you may be able to find this coin in PCGS 70. This coin's probably, I don't know, $250 or $300. Yeah, I was going to say. Something like that. You know, this coin's going to be pretty close to that. Yeah. So you can get a 70 pair if you really, not in Premier Label. We don't have any in Premier Label in 70. That we have. Because that's like a very high grading for reverse proof. That's a very high grade for reverse proof. That's right. And there's only two reverse proof Lincoln Cents ever done. One was done last year and then this one, but the other one was a San Francisco Mint, not a West Point Mint. And so that's unique as well. So like I said, I only have about 400 sets of these to go around. I think that's the first reverse proof Lincoln Cent I've ever seen. I don't know. You know, they made one last year, but I mean, when we sold it, sold out immediately. It was so popular. Because it's rare to even get to see it. And this coin is the same thing. Now, I am debuting this, as you can see,
brand new. I was only able to put together 400 of the pieces to be able to do in Premiere. And like I said, we have Proof 69 DCAM. People always ask me what that DCAM means. That stands for Deep Cameo. That means that the device of the coin with the special matte finish is particularly nice and is offset against the mirror. So it looks like a cameo piece of jewelry. Or like
three-dimensional almost.
Yeah. And if you look at the mirror of this, you want to know how good that is? These are like the monitors and the cameras right there in the coin itself.
You can see that.
Check that out. I mean, on a copper coin. We oftentimes have that on a silver coin, but the copper coin, oh, actually, this is manganese brass. It's not actually copper. They stopped putting copper in Lincoln cents in 1982.
Of course you knew that.
Well, I mean, kind of what I do with that. And so this is a manganese brass alloy, but still the mirror finish is so substantial in this as to be able to reflect that from, I mean, I'm one of those cameras 10 or 12 feet away is my guess at this point. And so because of that, that is a special coin.
Look at that. It's a real mirror finish.
It's a real mirror finish. And like I said, so this pair that we put together like here with the Premier label and with the Lincoln Premier label, which is of course exclusive. I sell that exclusive. My company sells that exclusively, the Premier label that you're going to have. So you've got a pair of these at only $89.95. Like I said, can't get those anywhere else. We are debuting this. I've only got about 400 of these to go around.
Well, I do want to mention this is one of the items where if you have an HSN card, you get an extra flex pay. So you're going to get both coins home for $29.99. So flex pay is something that we could do a whole 2-hour show and have not one single item on flex pay. I've done many shows. We do have some flex pay during the show. This one, you get an extra flex pay with the HSN card, a card for which there is no annual fee. If you have an HSN card, you can use that. But Mike, we don't see that a lot either, do we?
No, not in coins.
No, not in coins.
Now,
right?
I want to talk about the significance of the West Point Mint here again. It's the very first time, like I said, in 2019, so that's 111 years they've been making the Lincoln cent. The very first time they put a West Point Mint mark on. Understand, they're not going to do it next year. This was a special 1-year only thing, too.
Oh, so they're not switching over to West Point.
So they're not switching over to the West Point Mint. So it's a one and done, in essence, is what the issue is with this.
That makes it more rare.
Makes it even more rare and even more desirable. And if we go back and look at, let's say, the American Silver Eagle, the very first West Point minted American Silver Eagle was the 1995. And in this condition, that's about, we'd sell for here for $7,000 to $10,000.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, for the first West Point minted Silver Eagle. Now they've continued to make the West. I don't have any idea how much that would be worth if it was the only West Point minted.
Oh yeah.
The Silver Eagle.
Have they already said they're not continuing on at West Point?
Yeah, this was a one-time deal.
This is a one-time deal.
Yeah, because it was a special bonus coin. It's not, you had to buy the proof set and this came as an extra coin. And then you had to buy the silver proof set and this came as an extra coin. And that contributed, in all honesty, to the difficulty of getting high grade here. And here's the reason. When they did this, you got the proof set, you know, in the regular box and all that, and they included this Lincoln cent, this penny here, in a plastic bag.
Oh, it was like free form.
Sure.
They didn't put it in a case?
And so what happens is when you open up your proof set, the first thing it did, I was, when we debuted, not this coin, but just the West Point minted proof coin, Robin Wall, of course, had gotten her set, got a set, and she goes, I open up my U.S. Mint proof set, and of course the extra penny falls right onto the ground. And that's what's happened to so many of them.
Right.
The Mint, as a matter of fact, they did such a poor job of making these that they had to do a special thing where you could send it back and get one that was better because there's so many of them that were just so awful. You had to send it back for either a refund, they were doing refunds, people, the pennies were uncollectible. They were so bad. So to be able to get one in Proof 69 Deep Cameo, that even adds to the collectability.
Right.
So keep in mind, it's a one-time, it's a first time, it's an only time, it's a unique coin by mint mark, which is very, very important. We have lots of unique coins by, let's say, provenance, in other words, where they come out of, which set that they are. Right. But when you have a unique coin by mint mark, that is really, really, really significant. Yeah. Okay, and both of these are unique by mint mark. It's the only there's only 2 reverse proof Lincolns that you have right here. And there's only 2 of them, and this is the only one from the West Point Mint. Now there's, I don't know, what is it, about 50 or 60 or 70 different proof Lincoln cents, but there's only one from the West Point Mint. So you're looking at the only 2, the only proof and the only reverse proof Lincoln cent ever done in the West Point, or from the West Point Mint with the West Point Mint mark.
Why did they decide to do it?
Just you know, they were just trying to up their game this year. They did, and they've done a very nice job with that, specifically and incredibly well, in my opinion. They've done a lot of extra things. You know, we had the Apollo 11 come out. They did these special West Point minted pennies. We have the new innovation dollar that's coming out. We have a lot of things that the United States government done, and they've done very well, as a matter of fact. And so what we've got now is our debut of these incredibly rare, one only, one off, one of a kind, unique by destination mint mark, if you will, of the Lincoln cent, one of the most popularly collected coins, at a really amazing price of $89.95 for the pair.
That's pretty cool. And remember, if you have an HSN card, you actually get an extra flex payment. Any major credit card, $44.98 to get home. It is brand new. It's our showstopper. The item number is on your screen. It's 674701, and that's how you order here at HSN, is by the item number. You can either call in, you can go to hsn.com, you can use a free downloadable app for your smartphone or your tablet. But there you go. Look at that. Condition, West Point Mint, everything, and you get both of them. And we're going to move on. We've got more goodies. Look at this. Everything is so cool. We have a very cool 2 hours.
Speaking of rarity by provenance,